Okay, hello Blooms. So I'm gonna be reacting to the other three songs from the new album. So that is gonna be Tic Tac Toe. One is like Step Back, and I think the other one I can't remember what the name of it was, but yeah. So obviously I've already heard Unang Kiling. I've already heard Honey Honey. Obviously I watched the Blush MV, and that also had lyrics. So like all three of them had lyrics, but yeah. So I don't really need to like redo those. You already saw my reactions for those, so it's just gonna be these three songs. And I do know like I will be doing or trying to do a video for the BINI performances at Coachella, but I think what I didn't know is that like I think they only like have a replay for it for like one day, like the day after, and then they kind of restart the live stream to like for the next day for the next performances. So they basically remove the whole performance. So it's either like you screen recorded it whenever it first like if you didn't catch it, if you watched it live, or if you caught the replay, or yeah. So I did find a couple of people who ended up posting their screen recordings of it on TikTok, because I didn't find anyone on YouTube. Someone was posting like a link for it on Facebook, but like for the Facebook one, it's not the greatest quality. Like I think it's like probably like 480p, so it's a little bit grainy. That, and then also like it does not like it captures basically like the Facebook banner. So like my old, like I don't even use Facebook anymore. Like it's been like a decade since I've used Facebook, but nonetheless I still have an account because like I never deleted it. So you could see like that banner, and I don't want that in the video. So I'm like, my best bet is probably gonna be like, again, just watching it on TikTok. And I would say that some of the if not most of the screen recordings of any of the Blooms who like again screen recorded were a little bit better in quality or like decent. So like I'd rather just do that. So I probably will do that this weekend, because I'm gonna do this first, and then in case they did any of these songs for that, I don't want to get spoiled. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do the three other songs from the album, and yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started with Tic Tac Toe.
Oh yeah, he loves me. He loves me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he loves me.
Well, I mean, with the Tic Tac Toe, it could also mean X's and O's, which means hugs and kisses, so that's probably why.
Oh yeah, he loves me.
Ooh, okay.
Gets my attention. Go, I'm on a
Cute.
can't get me out of your mind, and it's a Saturday night. I know you're feeling it, right? Right?
Oh, I like how they are putting the member who's singing on the corner.
If you know what I mean. Wanna tic-tac-toe, come and play with my love.
Ooh, okay.
XXO, oh, you can get enough. KISSING, one for you and one for me. Tic-tac-toe, XXO.
Cute. Hey, come on, Gwen.
Aminin mo na lang sa akin, huwag lagi mong naiisip. Baby, we ain't got forever. Come and get it now or never. If you're playing games, whatever. Whatever. Hinihintay ka na sana. Halika. Huwag magpaligoy-ligoy. Huwag magpaligoy-ligoy. If you know what I mean. Wanna tic-tac-toe, come and play with my love. When we XXO, oh, you can't get enough.
I can imagine them doing like, if they did choreo for this, doing like the X like O thing, like maybe for choreo, or like X like that. I like that they put the kiss SSING in there. It's like a throwback for like anyone who's like been in that, like when you're younger and you like would tease people who are like have a crush on each other.
Oh yeah, he loves me. He loves me not. Oh, crystal banyan. He loves me. He loves me. Wanna tic-tac-toe, come and play with my love. When we XXO, oh, you can't get enough. KISSING, one for you and one for me. Tic-tac-toe, XXO. Wanna tic-tac-toe, come and play with my love. When we XXO, oh, you can't get enough. KISSING, one for you and one for me.
It's already catching like, oh. Also, like that they put for the O is like the shape of like the lips. But also like it forms like a heart. Cute. I think yeah, it definitely fits with the vibe of like unang kiling and then also honey honey, very much like being love related songs. I know we got a little taste of it. We get a little bit of taste of it here and there with some other songs. I know specifically for the last album, it was very much like there was that like again, there was songs about like, you know, body image, body positivity, being confident with that and loving yourself first. And then also like the different forms of love is what I mentioned for that album reaction. So it's here again, it's very much, you know, in a relationship vibes or like having a crush, which I like how they do, again, like I always mention, they do like a good like play on like the words or like things in it. So like it just makes it that much like, oh my God, like if you get the meaning or the reference, it's like, oh my God, you get excited about it. So like for there, I was just like, oh, like they put like the XXO, which is like hugs and kisses. So that's why they're like, oh, tic tac toe. But like, again, it's like, oh, like the like push and pull of like at the beginnings of like a relationship of like, oh, like I like him, but does he like me back? And then you're always like kind of questioning yourself and you're just like, wait, but like if he doesn't, like, it's, you know what, it's like fine if he doesn't, like it's his loss basically is what it's giving, right? But if you do, like, then, you know, just like bring it on basically, you know. So like I am not opposed to it, like, you know. So it's, I think that's really cute how they did that. And again, with the X's and like the O's being like the heart and them saying love me or love me not, that's like again very much a thing that you would do when you were younger, like picking off flower petals and doing that like whole decision making. And again, like the KISSING being in there, again, something that you would do when you were like, or at least whenever I was younger, that was a thing that people, I don't know if people still do that, but like would sing like, oh, like la 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 la, sitting in a tree, and like that was like the whole thing. So I like that they added that in there, kind of like, again, kind of teasing like, oh, like will they or won't they, like, oh, like just admit it, like you like them, like why won't you admit it? And I think it's a cute way that they did it. And the vibe of the song is just, again, very much like bubbly, but also kind of like on the chiller, like very much BINI coded, I would say, like. But I really enjoyed that song. I really did. Again, it's gonna be a very catchy song. I already started singing it towards the end, so I already know, I'm like, oh, it's if I start singing the song when I've only heard it once, that's how you know that I end up really liking it, or it's like that catchy that I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna be singing it for a while. Because it's the same thing with Sweet Tooth. Like that one, I was like, oh, like again, which also, like, this song kind of reminds me a little bit of Sweet Tooth. Not same vibes, but like just like, again, them talking about like wanting to pursue something that definitely like is not the best for you, but you know, still like you can't help but like fall for the person. So it's kind of like that, where you're just like, oh, will they, won't they, or like push and pull. So I like how they describe their relationship with these, like, again, play on like words or like phrases. But okay, we're gonna move on to Sugar Rush, and I'm just like, okay, like we just got through Tic Tac Toe, now we're going on to Sugar Rush. I'm assuming that they're gonna be talking about like, oh, like the feelings that I feel for this person, or it's like are so overwhelming that I feel like I'm going through like a sugar rush because it's so sweet and I can't handle the feelings. Which again is like kind of like a play with going back to like Sweet Tooth, where like, again, that's like the whole point, like, oh, like saying that the love is like can be so sweet, but again, if it's too sweet, you can get a cavity, which is not good and not healthy for you. So again, it's like showing like, oh, you know, maybe you shouldn't be so invested in a relationship like that, because you know it could quickly turn like a little bit toxic, because you know, like, but then you like it's toxic because you're like, oh, like I love that person to the point where like even with their faults, like I kind of ignore them and just like accept them as they are, which even if they might be like really bad faults. So I'm like, I'm curious to see like where they go with this song. Ooh, okay, we're going like 90s throwback already. Oh, there's the like the throwback to Honey too. Oh, they're also putting the person. Okay, I love that. Ooh, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Britney Spears vibes. enjoying like the play on words and like metaphors. Are they gonna just throw in like names of like the songs from this album in here? Hey, komika! Ooh. Hey, come on, Joanna. Breakdown. Come on, Colette. So it's very soulful part here. Hey, Malloy. They're kind of also giving me like Backstreet Boys vibes too. Oh, come on, like high notes, runs. Ooh, yeah. So very much like, again, like I was saying, tying with how we just had Sweet Tooth in the last album, and also like the last song being like Tic Tac Toe. It's again very much like love or like relationship coded, where like again you really like the person and you're just like, oh, like, but again they're also being like, oh, like take, like, you know, take my, like, not take my offer, but like, you know, like fall for me while you can, because like if you like reject me, I'm gonna be like, you know what, that's it, like that's your loss, you know, like I'm like not gonna like go out of my way for someone that doesn't like me. It's like very much like giving that, but again, like it's still saying like I like you, but you know, if you act a fool or you like mess up and you don't like treat me right or like don't give me the love that I deserve, then yeah, it's gonna be like bye. I'm like washing my hands clean of you, like I don't need you in my life, like that. So again, love that, because you know, even though like I feel like love is a good like it can be for the most part a good, you know, relatable like topic. I like how they're like again talking about like different types or different forms or like different like ways of love, but also still like, you know, being like, wait, like keep yourself a check though, like, you know, like know your worth when it comes to like a relationship, like don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. And yeah, so like basically like appreciate yourself before you put someone else's like feelings or like put this other person's like feeling, like put that person like on a pedestal and like be like, oh my god, like I can't live without them, like I have to like, you know, be with them, like chase after them, like I have to, like, you know what I mean, like not like, because honestly like you shouldn't really have pride, but you should have some pride, if that makes sense, you know what I mean, like if when it comes to like a relationship, like don't be doing too much, you know, like to put yourself at a disadvantage, if that makes sense, you know, especially if like again they're not giving you that same, like reciprocating the same feelings or giving you the same amount of love you're giving them, you know, so like try, like that's why they're also being like keep it in check, you know, like you like this person a lot, but like just, you know, take a second to like, okay, wait, like let me like calm down, let me reel it in, and then like, you know, kind of move forward again and see like where this goes. But okay, so then we're gonna move on to the last one, which is Step Back. So I'm like wondering, is this gonna be like step back as in like go away boy, or like step back as in like, I don't know, we'll see what happens with the song.
Step back, I don't like it like that.
Ooh!
Step back, I don't like it like that.
Okay.
Said I'ma save it, but I take that back. Thought you were quit it, you got no call back.
guitar. Hey, okay.
Too bad, baby, you can keep that. You mad? Too bad. Wait, listen up. Say checkmate, we stay fab, we so fab.
They were like, we're not gonna worry our little pretty heads over like you, like not like you know.
I don't know, yeah. Shake it up, you make
Hey.
You want the keys all the time and the passwords. I need my space, take it backwards. Hold it back, run a lap, cause you light work. Boy, keep it real icky.
Hey.
I'm real picky.
Hey.
For me, and we're giving no pity. I'm a highlight, get him out of my sight.
Yes. Speaking straight facts. Oh my god, I love that. Basically, like, I don't need your negativity in my life. Like, go away.
But you can't, I'm sorry. Quick flex, I'm cautious. Step back, just a little. You already know we're different. Me and my guys, a misfit. Show you the door, don't miss it.
Hey.
Step back, just a little. Step back. Step back. I don't like you like that. Step back. Too bad, baby. You can keep that. You mad? Too bad. Wait, listen up.
What does this remind me of? Like the song vibe of it. It kind of reminds me of something like Ashley Tisdale would have done back in the day, he said she said. If you guys know that song, like it reminds me of that a lot. Hey, okay, yeah, that definitely went in the direction that I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so based on like the order of the songs, 'cause I think Unang Kiling might be the first one, if not Blush. So it's like definitely showing you like the progressions of like, oh, developing the crush and then like, you know, kind of actively like either having a talking phase with that person or like, you know, kind of following around, like, you know, having those feelings and then like again finally getting to talk to that person and then kind of progressing it and then kind of, I guess, like, you know, getting to know them and then, you know, maybe like falling for them like even harder from the things that you end up learning about them or like having conversations about. And then I guess at the end, because this is Setback is the last song on the album, I'm guessing at the end like it ended up being like, oh, like I had this one image of you, but then like, you know, the more that we ended up like getting to know each other, the more we got into this relationship, you ended up completely being not the person that I thought you were. So like we're completely different people. You are the type to like be like, oh, you just want to like mess around with people and like mess around with my feelings, and unfortunately like I'm not about that. Like that's not me. Like if I'm gonna be like with anyone, it's gonna be like maybe in a serious relationship, or it's gonna be like I just don't want that energy in my life of like you being basically on like being on me and like hounding me, like because they're like, oh, we're like, you want the password, you want like all my information, you want to be checking up on me everywhere I go, everything I do, everyone I'm talking with. But then at the end of the day, like either we don't have a label on it, or and we don't have a label on it, and that fact that we don't have a label on it, you want to be controlling about me and my, like what I'm doing, but you can be over here like messing around with other people and I can't do that even though we don't have anything between us, you know. So they're just like, you know what, like you're not worth it. Like I know my worth. Again, like I am not about that. Like you can just take all your messiness, like all of that, and just go somewhere else, because like I do not need that negativity in my life. So I like how it kind of tells like a story from that, because we also get to see, you know, from Unang Kiling, we get to see like different like scenarios of like what rom-coms presented in like series or like movies, which again, like that's not real life. Like there are some things that might happen, but like for the most part, that's just like someone's like portrayal like through rose-colored lenses of like what love can be like or could be like in a fictional sense. So like don't, you know, it's like you can have like expectations from that. It happens, you know, a lot of like, especially if you're like a young girl, like you definitely like, oh my god, like I want to have a relationship like that. But then sometimes when you end up like watching that series or show later on, and you like when you're older, you're like start to see like, why did I think like I wanted a relationship like that? Like this is completely like not okay with certain things, or like this is completely like, you know what I mean? Like you don't agree with it after you go back and like have matured, and you're just like, yeah, no, like why did I think that was something that I wanted? So it's like very much like, again, them portraying like those types of like like stereotypes or types of like scenarios, and then you kind of having that like mindset, and then when you finally do get to like be in that relationship or get to like talking with that person, you kind of realize, wait, like it's not the same as that, like it's completely different, and you know what, maybe this isn't what I want, and it's not what I envisioned. So like, again, like I'm gonna appreciate myself and my worth, and you know, not, you know, don't get invested in that relationship because it's not doing me any good if you're causing me just heartbreak. Because no, again, no person is worth any like getting your heart broken over. So I love that they like at the end of the like for the last song, they were just like, you know what, like that's it, like I try to give you a chance, you know, like, but this is all you want from me, and this is not, I can't give you that. So you know what, I'm cleaning my hands of the whole thing. You can just, again, go take your business elsewhere. Like I don't play like that. So I loved that. I loved how the concept of everything has like just gets tied together, and I really did like that for which one was it, for Sugar Rush. They like tied in honey, they tied in honey, they tied in blush, they tied in what, I think there was those two that they tied in from like the songs, like the tracks in the like album. So I was like, that's cute. I like how they reference back to those moments, because you're just like, oh, like it's a play on words, a play on like metaphors, and like if you already heard those songs, and this song like also makes sense, you know. So that's the one thing I will say I've really been loving about their discography, because there's just always like something that they like think out really well when it comes to like their music and like the concept and like the stories and everything like that. But yeah, I also wanted to say, like, I did notice that, like, if you guys noticed, like, the little logo, like, this infinity logo, I think at the beginning, like, this one, it was here, no? Or was it not? Or was it just from the last two? I think, it's down here now, actually. It, like, moves around. So I think that's supposed to be, like, the, like, I'm pretty sure, like, because this looks like the BINI versus logo, like different renditions of the BINI versus logo. So I'm guessing that's probably what it is, unless each like the little symbols mean like a member. I don't know. You guys let me know, because I was noticing that, because like I think at the end of like, yeah, because it turns into that. Okay, yeah, I think it is. Yes. Okay, so okay, I got it. Never mind. I just realized, because, you know, it tells you, like, the name, and it shows you, like, the person singing in their lyrics, which, again, like, I really appreciate that they have started doing that, because, like, it makes it easier if you, because I think, actively, I think I can probably recognize Malloy and Mika, like, a lot, like, those two, because like, those two are, like, my favorite members. Like, again, Mika's, like, I think Mika's I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that Mika's my bias, and I would say Malloy's probably, like, bias wrecker, if not the other way around. But so I like that they have been doing that for the fans, and also providing English lyrics, because there are a lot of blooms around the world that are like, and it just makes it easier for us like to understand more of what they're saying, even though there are some like English words in the song, but it helps us like be able to understand more of like what the concept or what the song is about, aside from like, you know, knowing the title track. But yeah, so like, okay, so I got it. So like, each little symbol is basically to each member. Okay. And I guess like, yeah, because it just really look a lot like the BINI versus like logo. That's why I was like, oh, like I was noticing it in the videos. But okay, yeah. So that answers all my questions. I answered them myself. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this album. Again, the last one and this one were really, really good albums. Like I obviously have only like, before that I only had like heard like title tracks, or like I think most if not all of their like discography, right? But I think these last two ones have really been like doing it for me. Like I really loved like the messages of the like the last one, where again it was like it is talking about like the different types of love, including like self-love. So that was like again very positive. And again here it is talking about love again, but it's also like like talking about like again self-worth and knowing like and knowing that like you deserve, like you don't deserve like a bad relationship or a bad like form of like someone that's not gonna pay attention to you, or someone that's gonna like, you know, mess around with you or mess around on the side while they also actively have you. So they're just like, you know, like just basically like, you know, keep like, yes, you can fall in love, but also like remember to like keep your feelings in check sometimes, and like try to be like look out for yourself and your heart, because that's the most important thing at the end of the day, to make sure that you do not get hurt at the end, right? But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I shall see you whenever I do the BINI Cella performances.